Hello friends, how are you? Welcome to your own channel Meedu Study. I am your friend Ashutosh from IIM Indore, and friend, you all know Meedu Study is your own channel initiative in which we study various management topics and subjects in a very simple manner. Friends, we have modules on different management disciplines which are your marketing, strategy, operations, OB as well as HRM. We keep getting feedback from our subscribers to add more subjects that also we are evaluating, as well as add more content on the existing topics. We were getting more feedback that strategy needs to be completed, so today we are making a video on strategy. And as you can see, it is 28th video, so in playlist we have lot of video on strategy, and today's video is the last video on the strategy implementation chapter. This we have been doing from last 6-7 videos. First we discussed about strategy implementation, structuring as well as organizing, and then we started staffing and directing, and in that it is the third video. We have studied all different structures that are there in strategy implementation: metric structure, network structure, how to control, how to manage, everything we discussed. Today we will discuss few more techniques, and then this particular unit will end, and after that we will begin next unit from the next video. Let us begin. First of all, action planning. What is action plan? States what actions are going to be taken by whom, during what time frame, and expected results. You can see there are four main parts of it. First of all, what action are going to be taken. So for every strategy implementation, there are some predefined actions that you need to take. Then by whom? People responsible should be clearly marked so that everyone is known, there is no ambiguity. Third, during what time frame? See, things should not never be left open ended. There should be a time frame which is decided. Without time frame, everyone will think, okay, this is not priority, I will keep on doing it. And fourth, with what expected results. Till the time you set expectations, it will be difficult. Let me take an example. For example, you are preparing for an entrance exam, medical entrance exam. Okay, what are the actions going to be taken? You have to study different subjects, clear different concepts. By whom? You yourself. During what time frame? Here time frame is that 8-9 months period before that exam it is there. Expected results, you target that you want to be in the top 100 people so that you can get a good college. Similarly, you can apply this logic to an organization. What is the project? What actions need to be taken, which people are involved, who is responsible for what, how many days, weeks or months, and what will be the result. Now action plan takes place in 6 steps. Specific actions to be taken to make the program operational. You list all out actions. It can be 3-4 actions, it can be even 10 actions. You need to list them down. Then date to begin and end should be specified, because this needs to be made time bound. Person responsible for carrying out each action. It can be one person, it can be a team of person, but you should specify who should be responsible for what activity. Person responsible for monitoring the timeliness and effectiveness. It can happen that one person is working and then there is a team leader whose work, or a manager whose work is to see that everyone is completing their work in a time frame. Expected financial and physical consequences of each action. So what actions you are taking, it will have some financial impact, it will have some physical consequence, so you need to write. And what are the contingency plan? See, anything can go wrong, different things can happen. You should always have a contingency plan, whether it is your personal life or professional life or company's work. Contingency plan should always be there. Why action plan is important? So action plan is important for 4 reasons. First of all, serves as a link between strategy formulation and evaluation and control. Like I told, you formulate the strategy, you implement it, and then you evaluate and control. So this action plan slides in between. It is linking this formulation and evaluation and control. Second, it specifies what need to be done differently from current operation. When you are making new strategy, something different you need to do from what you are doing previously, then only changes will come na. So that is what action plan helps people to know. Third, it is important because it helps in both the appraisal of performance and identification of any remedial action. It basically helps to know what kind of performance is there. Is it good, bad, ugly, what needs to be improved, everything. And what remedial actions need to be taken if thing is not as per the expectation. Explicit assignment of responsibility for implementing and monitoring the programs may contribute to better motivation. So if you have assigned the responsibility and you're monitoring, it leads to motivation. People feel motivated that things are happening in a structural manner. Now see, for example, an action plan needs to be made for few people. The program objective is that company has decided to run an advertising and promotional campaign for combined two things, retail stores, for the upcoming Christmas season within a budget of X. This is a typical marketing example which we have taken. Now there are various program activities. You remember in action planning we discussed that first you need to list all the activities. They can be identified the agencies, then those agencies will basically give proposal. You will present those proposal to senior management, select the proposal, then that proposal needs to be shown to top management, then it goes live, then you need to make a campaign. Now these 7 activities, each activity will have various subparts. For example, identify 3 best agencies. How you will identify? Agencies would have done some previous work, maybe from you, maybe with competition. You will ask them to submit that deck. So you review their previous program, then you discuss with the boss, according to me this should be done. Then you decide 3 agencies, because to top management or even for a brief you cannot take it from 10 people. Now you also have bandwidth. So first of all, shortlist 2-3 agencies. This is the first step, 3 parts. Then you mention who is responsible and what are the start days, end days. In this you should always capture basis the lead time. For example, to evaluate, for example, 10 proposal, you will need maybe 2 days. So take that 2 days time. Keep the meeting with boss on the 3rd time. Then after you have done, then proposal. So then you need to write the specifications, what should be the content, request, etc, etc. In this way, for all the 7 steps, divide the action, make people responsible, then start and end date. Then only a campaign can be successful. Many a time it happens that you can foresee there is some delay happening. Think, for example, this was from 15 Jan to 20 Jan, 5 days, and specification took 7 days. You are 2 days late. Then in some step, either you need to see if it is possible to cut short, or maybe you need to communicate to top management that you need some buffer time. In this way, action planning is done. Now we come to a very important concept, which is MBO, management by objectives. Those who are having WorkX or are studying management would have heard this term. What is this management by objectives? It encourages participative decision making through shared goal setting and assessment based on achieving stated objectives. So instead of telling people you need to do this, you tell your team this is the objective. Or for example, a company takes an objective, we want to increase sales by 20%. That is objective. So now you don't need to tell a person do this, do that. Every department needs to be aligned on that particular objective. This is basically the concept of management by objective. It involves 4 steps. First of all, establishing and communicating organizational objective. You need to always define what objective your company, corporate level, organizational level you are taking. That is this first step. Second, you need to set individual objectives. Every individual or every department will have different objectives. For this increase of sales by 20%, sales team will have different. You need to hire people, so HR team will have. Marketing needs to create brand pool, so marketing will have different objectives. Supply chain needs to be ready for more handling more your basically quantum, they needs to be ready. Factory needs to be ready. So everyone needs to be ready, na? So set those individual objectives. Develop the action plan how you can achieve these objectives, and then periodically you should review the performance. This is what, my dear friends, management by objective means. Next very important concept is total quality management, also known as TQM. So TQM means operational philosophy committed to customer satisfaction and continuous improvement. Just look at these words which are in italics. Customer satisfaction, second, continuous improvement. Customer satisfaction is important. Why? Customer is king. Everything you are doing is for customer, correct? And not only sales people, everyone. If sourcing team or manufacturing team is not bringing things on time, how you will give it to customers on time, correct? If logistics fails, everything fails. So everything should be done keeping customer in mind. Second, continuous improvement. Always there is scope of improvement. Anyone can say 90% is good, but still that 10% is there, na, bucket for improvement. So till the time you reach that 100% level, there is always scope for improvement. Committed to quality excellence and to be best in all functions. How you can be best in all functions is very important, and you need to take care. It is an important concept under TQM. Now what are the essential ingredients? Like we said, focus should be on customer satisfaction, and those customers are your internal as well as external. Now you will say internal, what internal? Internal customer are your employees. Internal customer are your management people, people who are getting effective. External customer are people who are buying, your supplier partners, your distributor partners, your retailer partners. Accurate measurement of every critical variable in a company's operation. You should measure every variable and then to accurately. Continuous improvement of product and services should be taking place. And new work relationship based on trust and teamwork. Trust as well as teamwork are very important for TQM. Friends, this is all from today's video in which we discussed strategy implementation and completed this concept. Now in next video we will start the last unit, which is evaluation and control, which again is a very important concept. So we will be covering it in 3 to 4 videos. If you have any confusion in today's video of strategy implementation, you can write on meedu.study@gmail.com or in comment section. And if you are liking the content, please like and share. Thanks friends, take care.